Hey, what's up? This is Hector. Let's write some Swift. Today we're going to be looking at two strings on HackerRank.com. I'll let you briefly look at it. I'll link it below, but I will go over it real quickly. So we're given two strings that we need to find if it has a substring. That substring can contain at least one character. And we have to return yes if it does contain a substring, or no, if it does not contain it. So let's get started. So what I'm thinking of doing first is saving the string in a hash map, saving the characters into a key and the character count into the value, just so we can keep track of how many characters and how many of those characters we have. Let's do that. So to do that, we're going to create a variable called s1 tick of type string and int. We're going to make that equal to an empty dictionary, and we're going to do the same thing for s2. I'm going to say s2 tick string int equals empty tick. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our strings into the hash map, and we're going to actually use map for that. So the way we use map is we can just call map from the string, and this way we can easily access its values. And to access their values, we're using the $0 for the first value, but then we also have to cast it to a string, and we're going to use a default value of 0, and we're going to increment by 1 as well. I'm going to do the same thing for s2, so put that into a hash map as well. Let's say s2, make sure you specify s2, not s1. Then we're going to again cast the value to string and set a default to 0 and increment by 1. Okay, so here this is returned something. This is returning yes for now. But if we run the code, it should compile fine. We should be able to print out S1. Should be able to print out S1 and S2 dictionaries. Now, so what this is doing is giving us easy access to the string values that we have, and giving us some sort of correlation. So having two hash maps will allow us to check if there is a correlation between two strings. And the way we're going to do that check is by doing a for and loop. And we're going to loop through the key and the values, in S1. And I don't think it matters which dictionary you use. Yeah, we're going to loop through each one, and we want to specify if this value exists in S2, then we want to note it, and we want to put it somewhere. So actually, let's do that. So let's create another variable called S3, or let's just call it new string. Actually, that would make more sense. Make it equal to an empty string. Pretty much, if we find a correlation between the two strings, then we're going to put that string into new string. So how do we do that? So first we need to check if the key in S2 exists. So we can do that by saying S2 dict k, which will be the key for S1 dictionary. And we have to check if it's not equal to nil, because it could be empty, right? It could be a no value, non-existent value. Now what we want to do is we want to So pretty much what this is saying, if it's not no, then I mean it does exist in S2 dict. So there is a correlation, right? So what we should do next is we should get the count of we should get the count of strings and then put that number of characters into the new string. So let's do that. It's probably not. You probably don't need to do that for this solution, but let's do it anyways. Because you need to specify yes or no at the bottom. So, but yeah, let's store the number of characters as well. You can do that by saying let characters equals you can say S2 say value plus S2 dict. Okay, so we're grabbing the value of S2 dictionary, and we can divide that by 2 because we only want one value, but we want to check if there's a pair. Let's force unwrap that. So now this should return the number of characters that we should write to the new string. So now we could say for in 0 we're less than number of char we can append to the new string by just adding it. And we're going to say v because we already have captured the value here. And let's see what we get. Actually, let's return the new string to see if it's actually capturing the new string. Let me get a compilation error. Okay, it's because we need to append the key, not the value. The value is an integer. The key is a string value. So let's run that again. Yeah, looks like we captured the correct values. So now that we've captured the correct values, an easy thing we can do is we can say if this does not equal empty string, ternary operator, you can use a ternary operator to say if it's not an empty string, then say yes, we did find a common substring, else we did not find a common substring. Because if it equals to empty, then there's no string. So let's run that again. Yeah, so it took a while to load. I had to refresh the page and read them a couple times, but it looks like we did pass all the test cases. So we'll review real quick how we did this. What we did is we stored the 2 strings into a hash map, right? And we did that by creating 2 empty dictionaries and using map to store those values, those keys and values into that dictionary. After that, we looped through one of the arrays and we checked if the key was existing in the opposite dictionary. After that, we just calculated the total count of characters from each dictionary set, and we divided that by 2, and we just inputted those characters into a new string. And here at the end, we returned yes or no using a ternary operator, and we're checking if the string is empty. And yeah, that's how we did that. So I'll link to the code below, and thank you for coding with me. Catch you next time.